Men don't want to marry anymore because the risk outweighs the benefits. There's a risk that comes with marriage that essentially only benefits a woman. A man marries you and can only hope that one day you don't wake up and say, I feel like I don't love you anymore and I want to leave and you can't do anything about it. According to ASA, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Among college-educated women, it jumps to 90%. You know what's crazy? I mean, a lot of us women don't have anything a man actually wants that we can bring to the table.
There could be a few reasons that I can think of off the top of my head of why a man wouldn't want to marry. One is because a man is scared to marry a person, you know, I'm successful, I have money, I've built a career, and then it doesn't work out, she leaves me, we get divorced, half my money is gone. Two, it could simply be that I'm gonna string her along and I really have no desire to commit to this person long term.
There's consequences to marriage. There's consequences to every choice on earth. That's normal. That's how life works. So if you are a man and you are going to marry a woman, let's say you have a high net worth, let's say she has zero net worth, let's say she's just coming in to raise your kids and provide for the household, you can expect to lose 50% of your assets if you are married long enough.
That fear isn't delusion. It's arithmetic. When a man builds his life from nothing, marriage can feel like stepping into a legal casino. One bad move and years of effort, savings and assets get sliced down the middle.
He's losing himself every single day and you don't even know. You all think he's so fucking strong and every day he doesn't even know who the person is staring back at him anymore. He doesn't know who he is. He's faking his smile. He's faking I'm fine. He's faking everything every single day. He sits in his car in the driveway trying to build up any kind of encouragement to go in and put on yet another fake smile for you. And the truth is that would anyone even care if he wasn't here? Would anyone even notice if he wasn't here? He's sitting and he's stuck in this head of his and isolating and not knowing if anyone would give a shit whether or not his life means anything to anyone. The thoughts of secondhand suicide are overwhelming and all he's doing is fighting to stay alive. His lifeline is anything he can find any goddamn happiness in. And the only question he has is, would anyone give a shit whether I'm here?
Women divorce men 70 to 80% of the time. I would argue in relationships, it's probably similar. Men aren't leaving, women are. So to a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore. So he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times she already has a kid. So he's not fulfilling his mating strategy. On top of that, even if he does find a good woman that maybe has the qualities he's looking for, she was going to want him to marry her. And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half and take my kid. Okay. And she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays. And what do they get out of it?
But
like men are logical.
Sorry.
They're logical people. And so they're thinking, does the benefit outweigh the cost? And like, I just think as women, we have to look at ourselves and say, the benefits we bring nowadays don't outweigh the cost for most men.
She pointed out real realities. Marriage is often a reward for women and a risk for men. More often than not, it simply doesn't favor the man.
What are you running from?
My ex-wife. I was engaged to somebody for 3 years. She was also engaged in marrying multiple other people. She just really loved the fact that I had money when we first got together.
Oh, you did?
I did. I had $30,000 in savings as a 20-year-old, and she was 31 when we got together. Everyone on my side of the world, so my family, my friends, everybody knew that we were together.
Okay.
Her family, her kids that she had that I was helping raise, didn't know that we were together.
What? What did they think you were doing?
They just thought that I was her best friend. But she proposed to me a month and a half into the relationship. And I felt good about myself. It was like a confidence boost. I have this woman who is 11 years older than me who's attracted to me.
So you accepted the proposal?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought that I was in love.
Okay.
So,
well, yeah, first month, everything's heated, everything's exciting.
Right. And so I ran with it, and she ran with my money.
Did you know that?
I knew that, yeah. We were engaged for 3 years, and we spent 3 years planning a wedding, but she was busy marrying other people.
What the fuck are you talking about?
And that is why I ran.
Here's a guy, young and driven, sitting on $30,000 in savings, blinded by the appeal of a woman who's older and treating multiple engagements like a pastime. He was too inexperienced to see it coming and ended up strung along for 3 years.
Let me get your Snapchat though, come on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you serious right now? Did you just put my phone on the ground? Why would you do that? I like you.
Because I don't want to.
Okay, here's the thing though. What if you're at home tonight and you're like, dang, I should have got that dude's number. Then what?
No.
You're never gonna see me ever again. Take the hint?
Take the hint.
So I can't get to know you.
What do you have for me?
What do you mean, what do I have for you? What do you want?
Anything for me.
What do I need to have you in my life?
You can't take me out. You don't have money of $5 to your bank account.
So how much money do I need though? And what do you want from me? Chains? Like
I need
jewelry?
racks, bro.
You need racks?
Yes, I need chains.
Okay,
I need you to buy me jewelry.
So if I had a lot of money, you'd like me?
I'm not gonna say that.
You go out with me though.
Maybe. You
Alright.
could take me out.
Well, I only have $5, so have a nice day. Crazy. Whoa, what are you doing?
This is your car?
It is my car. I'm about to leave though. I'm sorry for bothering you. I know I don't have enough money for you, so bye. Have a nice.
If you don't have money or shine, you're immediately invisible. It's ruthless, transactional, and frankly a massive waste of time for any man trying to build something real.
How do you protect yourself from a potential gold digger? You get yourself a prenup, because what does a prenup do? It protects against what you have now before you get married. And therefore, if you separate, then the gold digger, per se, is not going to get your money.
A prenup is a very simple contract that just says, once we get divorced, I get to keep what's mine and you get to keep what's yours.
With a few nuances along the way.
That's why boundaries need to be set before anything even begins. So if things fall apart, you don't lose everything to someone who has never invested in you, only your wallet, especially in today's climate.
How much money does a guy need to take you out on a date?
Minimum like $1 million.
Wait, why so much?
Well, I like them old and I like them wrinkly. They're probably a bit more mature than me, so you know.
I have £50 right here. This is my entire life savings. Can I take you out on a date?
I have to say no, it doesn't meet the minimum requirement.
So I smell gold digger.
Respect the hustle.
Damn, Jesus.
Expecting a millionaire just to take you out? That's not dating, that's unapologetic gold digging. Turning down someone with even a modest amount like £50 because it doesn't qualify? That's blatant disrespect and entitlement.
I see the type of girl you are. You're interested in some materialistic stuff. You talking about the car constantly. You see my watch. You grab on my wrist and say, oh, this is a nice watch. You ain't said nothing about me like, oh, you're a sweet guy. You offered me a ride and I was cold, this and that. All you talking about is material stuff. You like the car. You like the watch. Stuff that ain't has nothing to do with me. It's nothing if I take all this away, you basically telling me you wouldn't be talking to me, you wouldn't be dealing with me. You wouldn't give me no time of day. That's basically what you're saying.
She's clearly obsessed with material status. The car, the watch, the image, without any appreciation for who you actually are. Strip that away, and she wouldn't give you a second glance. That's not attraction to a person. That's attachment to possessions. Real relationships require depth and respect, not flashy props.
You could give me $1 billion right now, and it probably wouldn't even affect you.
Yeah, it would.
Watch as Mark Cuban shuts down this gold digger.
Fine, $5 million. We'll go small.
$5 million.
I could buy a house in Southern California.
Yeah, but then you'd have to pay all those taxes.
I'll pay the taxes. I promise. I'm not going to complain about the taxes.
You don't have any revenue from your podcast.
I will eventually have revenue from my podcast.
What if you don't? Then they take the house back and I gave you $5 million for nothing.
Mark, let's just see what happens.
No.
Let's just try it.
I'm protecting you, Bobby. We're birthday like soulmates.
Okay, well, can you buy me like a designer bag?
Real one?
Obviously.
Obviously.
Why would you buy me a fake one? You're Mark Cuban.
Because no one's, no, I don't know. Why
would you buy your wife a fake designer bag?
She buys her own stuff, yeah.
Okay, so buy me one.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Well, thank you, Mark, for coming on to my podcast today.
It's depressing how relationships devolve into money disputes and material demands instead of trust, loyalty, and genuine connection. The whole thing is a train wreck.
Okay, ladies, this is from a man who has doing a lot of research on men content and dating and their frustrations with women. And I'm here to tell you, this is why they're frustrated. And just letting you know, don't shoot the messenger. This is just data I've been collecting for the last couple months. Number one thing is the hypocrisy and the double standard of entitlement. Before you get amped and talk about your dusty ex or the guy that's leaving you on a red, just keep listening. When it comes to men, we feel that there are more and more rules that we have to learn and abide by and do while constantly feeling like we're not enough. There's this level of traditionalism of masculinity that we need to inherently hold on to while still unpacking and being more emotionally vulnerable than we've ever been before, which I completely agree, we should be more emotionally vulnerable than we've ever been before. But the frustration is when it comes to the patriarchy, a lot of people think us men built it. And I'm not talking about men in general. Yes, that is the case. But some of y'all think the guy who works at a GameStop somehow created a time machine, went back in time and created the patriarchy. He's also a subject of it, where we feel the weight of it as well, even when we can't even be self-aware of it, not knowing how to process our emotions, not knowing how to emotionally share. And being the first person on the dance floor is really scary when you're with your boys pounding drinks and beers and you want to talk about your feelings. And none of this is a female's fault. None of this is something that you need to do and fix. Sure, if your partner's curious and want to unpack their emotions, be a safe space. But when it comes to the dating game, a lot of people are getting ghosted. A lot of dudes are getting taken advantage of. A lot of men are being lied to. And it's frustrating because they have to be a traditional man while also accepting modern women. We all are in support of modern women having rights, voting, making money, doing whatever they want. But the frustration comes when they're allowed to be whatever they want to be and then some. And if anything is verbalized based on a male's preference, it's seen as they are insecure, it's seen as they are misogynistic, or they're just downright awful people. So it very much feels like an unfair game to men, where they have to be the chivalrous knight in shining armor from the 1950s, while you could post bikini pics, talk to your ex, go out, turn up, and really have no traditional sense whatsoever. Overall, the narrative online and in social media is that women are far superior, yet men in real life, in real dates, are being taken advantage of, are being cheated on, are being lied to in dating, are being left on red, ghosted, all these things, yet they go on social media and talk about how they're the bad ones. So it turns into this frustration, and men are collectively being frustrated. That creates these pockets and circles of all these podcasts and things that you see now. And it begs the question of, like, how much are we focusing on narratives online to create our truth in real life versus separating it to challenge and question versus doubling down? My overall thought process is do whatever the hell you want. There's so many different people out here, and truly this dating game is a new era that we've never really dealt with before, in terms of everyone feeling like the main character and everyone feeling like they deserve the world, and everyone on their self-discovery of what is entitlement and what is not. Because I will say, men are hyper entitled as well. They want to be out in these streets while they want a woman to be pure and all that. A lot of us point fingers and blame each other over the singular experiences of the people that we like, that we know deep down are probably not good people. And there's a reason why we're attracted to them, and that's our journey to figure out. And we seem to all have forgot about what dating is, and that is a self-discovery of not only what you like in other people, but also what you like and don't like in yourself. And that self is so important because it forces you to see yourself as not as this perfect human being, but this imperfect, beautiful specimen that is meant to interact and socialize, and yes, deal with rejection and pain, to not generalize, but to be more curious and self-discover. And you do that work on yourself to inevitably find the person that you're meant to be with, but that is based on you discovering yourself in that process. So when we talk about finding the one, you are the one. And unfortunately, I feel a lot of us are very entitled, no matter who you are, men, woman, whatever. And the number one thing we need to do is say, hey, what we're looking for, is that who we are? And if it's not, what do I need to work on in an honest self-reflection in order to want that?
Social media and dating apps have reduced people to disposable profiles. One small imperfection, swipe left. Loyalty, depth, and effort have been replaced by what else is out there. It's not dating anymore, it's consumer shopping, and good men and real connections get tossed aside.
think that there is an anti-dating culture at the moment.
Okay.
I think that men and women are being encouraged to be treated as adversaries, not as equals.
I think it's transactional today. I think it's easy today. Whatever is too easy to come, you devalue it. My era, you had to court. You had to have scripts. You had to build relationship. You had to follow up. We had MySpace. The last time I was single, there was MySpace. I DM'd my wife on MySpace. Eventually, we're in Palm Springs for the first time. She's single. I'm single. We go on a date. There's magic. She goes home. The next day, I take her. We go do stairs in Santa Monica. We go to church. We go to Earth Cafe in Santa Monica. Then we go to Borders. I buy her a book on our second date called 101 Questions to Ask Before You Get Engaged. On our second date, she's like, what's this? I said, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife. I'm 28 at the time. I said, I know exactly what I want. I've already done this exercise with 3 other girls. If you want to go through it, great. You need to answer the questions. Let's meet up when you're ready and let's go through it. Week later, 6 hours at her place, one by one, each question we go through. I said, this is somebody I can date. And by the way, it's ugly because you got to talk about everything in a book. That's not it anymore.
Today's dating culture is empty, rushed, and emotionally hollow. Real connection has been replaced by swiping, ghosting, and keeping backups. Nobody builds, nobody commits, because the moment it gets serious, people run.
2 types of guys in the dating market in 2025. We have the copers, the guys who've given up. They're not even trying at all. They've given out up on the game, and they're just sitting at home playing Xbox, hanging out with their mates, not even approaching women, and they've given up. And now we have the triers, the doers, the guys who get rejected, they get back up. Rejection, any type of rejection, doesn't matter. They on to the next, and they pick up their pieces, and these are the guys who will succeed in dating. Because no matter how many women reject them, how many cold approaches go wrong, how many girls ghost them on text, they will go again. And these are the guys that you have to be in order to succeed in 2025 dating. Because it is rough out here in 2025. Women have hundreds of options if they go on dating apps. Loads of guys simping over them. So you have to stand out. And even if you do stand out, you'll still be getting rejected. So yeah, the biggest thing in dating is to get back up and keep trying and overcome the fear of rejection. Happened to myself. I'm very confident in myself, but I'll be DMing women in the past on Instagram, and obviously no guy in the world has a 100% success rate, but many women will ignore my text message. I'll approach women. Many women will ignore my approach, reject me. But the main thing is that I did not give up. I carried on, put the reps in, approached every single day, cold DM'd every single day, always improving my photos, and this is a guaranteed formula for success. And yeah, there have been guys who I've tried to help in the past, friends of mine, brothers, relatives, and I've told them, look, you need to do this, that, and the other. Improve your Instagram profile, approach every day, and guess what happens? 1 or 2 rejections come and they just totally give up. So yeah, they're just destined to fail, and they can keep coping. But it's good news for us guys who are trying, who get rejected and carry on, because we can easily destroy the competition. Even the good looking guys right now, they're literally settling for like 4 out of 10 women, 5 out of 10 women, when they're like a 6 or 7 out of 10 man. So yeah, nobody's trying. So if you do try and dating and you know what works and you keep hammering it down, you're going to smash it, guys, and steal everyone else's future wife.
How old are you? 24. What's been your experiences so far dating-wise?
In New York, more people here I feel like are into hooking up than relationships. I've been on like dates and stuff, but a lot of people tend to do one-night stands and hook up, go to bars, maybe hook up with someone there, but I don't. I'm content doing my own thing. For me right now, my main priority is just like school and, you know, trying to get my career going. But obviously, like being in a relationship would be nice, I think, yeah.
What do you look for in a woman?
As long as the girl is well educated, as long as she's well educated, she has a really good personality. Obviously, I mean, initial attraction does matter, and people who are going to say that it doesn't matter, like they're lying to themselves.
And what's been some things that women do in general that piss guys off dating wise?
I think you take them on a date and they want to go somewhere really lavish. You have to be a gentleman. The guy has to pay on the first date, but then like either you get ghosted right after that, or like you're just not gonna hear back for like weeks, and it's just like to the point where it's like, then why did we go in the first place, you know?
This is exactly why dating is brutal for good men today. A man invests time, effort, and money, plans dates, shows respect, does everything right, only to be ghosted or used for a free evening.
I think modern dating is really good if you want to get divorced one day. I think it's absolute crap if you actually want to have a healthy marriage.
How so?
Because we're treating other people like they're commodities. We're treating their other people like they're things that we try on for a little bit of time and hope it fits. And maybe if it does, great. And nobody should care about the 40 other people you tried on before they got there. Newsflash, people care. Unfortunately, there's a movement that try to tell, well, it's different for men. It may be different for men in the way that we process things differently from women. That doesn't make it moral. It doesn't make it right. It negatively affects us in different ways than it might negatively affect women, but that doesn't mean that it's positive or it's okay. How do you find the sort of woman that you want to marry? Well, first of all, ask yourself this question. Are you worthy of her? Spiritually, physically, intellectually, emotionally, professionally. Start working on those things at the same time that you're actually going out into the environments where you are most likely to find the sort of woman that you actually want to build a family with.
People treat each other like replaceable options, not long-term partners. And yes, history matters. Commitment has been turned into a punchline, and nobody's laughing when divorce papers show up.
She's broken, but you can't fix her. Third wave feminism, single-parent household, social media, and woke Hollywood indoctrination have damaged her idea of reality. Modern feminism is teaching women to dislike anything masculine. Anything male becomes toxic. In the old days, women loved being called feminine. It was a compliment, and they appreciated gender differences. Nowadays, they're trying to destroy gender differences, and the ones they can't, they call toxic. Single mom's bitterness towards her baby daddy influences her and her daughter's opinion of all men. In the old days, only the really bad dads weren't invited to be a part of his kid's life. Nowadays, but even the good dads are having restricted access to their kids. So he's not even able to have a positive influence on his daughter's life.
Modern feminism and woke ideology have distorted masculinity and femininity. Women once valued femininity and respected men's roles. But now anything traditionally masculine is branded toxic and attacked.
Continue to attract people who don't ever want commitment. They just want to be casual.
You're not the only one, and it turns out there's a scientific reason why dating is harder and nobody wants to commit these days. This is a famous study on choice versus desire. It's known as the jam testing experiment. A first group of people were given 24 types of jams to test, and the other one only 6. To everyone's surprise, it turns out that the group that had the most options were 10 times less likely to purchase a product. And furthermore, the group that had less options were much more likely to be satisfied with their choice. Now this makes so much sense when it comes to dating now that we have all of these options. Before the internet, you maybe had only 6 different partners to choose between. Our monkey brains were never designed to have hundreds of potential matches to choose between. So we just freeze, we can't make a decision. People have dating FOMO, they constantly think that there's someone better out there that they're missing out on. All of this to say, you're not the only one, and if you think dating is harder these days, it's because it is.
Modern dating is chaos because people have too many choices and it freezes them. When a sea is full of fish, no one commits. Everyone's convinced there's a better one, just one swipe away.
Modern dating sucks. 4 reasons why. 1. 80% of women on apps match with the top 20% of men. 2. People are glued to phones and awkward as hell, making reading flirting signs hard. 3. People would rather break up than try and compromise. 4. Too many gurus out there conflicting, confusing everyone. Full video explains and pin comment down below. Watch and you'll agree.
Modern dating is a dumpster fire, and this explains why. Women swipe endlessly, but 80% of them chase the top 20% of men, leaving the rest fighting over leftovers. It's a rigged system where the average guy gets ignored before he even opens his mouth. Thanks for watching MGTOW Voice. Show us your love by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Support us and help spread awareness for men around the world. We welcome a healthy debate and discussion. So feel free to comment and share your thoughts.